Good evening, all the joinees. Hi, this is Ansu. I welcome you all to the Engine Markets webinar. By the time the others join in, let's have a look at today's webinar topic. So, today we will be majorly focusing on how you can analyze young funds. So, for that, we will be specifically using the query tab, wherein we will be setting in a filter to filter out young funds from a specific SEBI category. Post which we will be taking those funds to the compare section wherein we can compare them with each other. Along with that, we can compare it against the benchmark as well as the category average. Following that, we will be looking upon tabs such as risk versus return, which will let us know how other funds plotted on a scatter plot based on its risk and returns as a parameter. And we will be looking upon the drawdown and recovery analysis for each of these funds. Post which the quorum would be open for a Q&A session. You could either unmute yourself or type down your questions in the chat box. Please note to raise only topic related questions. For any other questions, you could drop your mail ID or your mobile number and our team would reach out to you for the same. So let us begin. So this is our landing page on Engine Markets, which will be the Markets tab. Now, for our topic related webinar, we will be specifically moving towards the Funds tab right here. So just by clicking on this, the first tab that we come across will be the Screener tab. Now, the basic purpose of our Screener tab is to filter out funds basis the filter parameters that you mentioned. The first way will be clicking on this filter categories and looking upon the category that you're focused upon. Following that, as today we are focusing only on young funds, wherein the age will be a crucial parameter. For that, you can use this option called as minimum age. However, this section will not enable you to create in a range. That is, let's say I wish to focus on only young funds that were launched in the previous 4 or 3 years only. This section will give you an option to set in only one age or only a specific time period. For that purpose, you can anytime go to this query tab, which will enable you to set in a launch date, a range for a launch date. So in this query tab, we will be looking upon this option called as select statistic filter, wherein once you click on this drop down, you could come across multiple filter parameters, be it basic filters, be it returns related filters, risk related filters, or holding related filters specifically. So let's say I wish to create a query of young funds. For equity funds specifically, I would be going towards this option called as asset class. And from this, I would be selecting the drop down of equity and click on add condition. So it says that in equity as an asset class, there are a total of 962 funds. Out of these 962 funds, let's say I select the launch date as an option wherein I want to show only those funds that were launched between a time period of 2021 till 2023. So I would be editing this from range and making it to 2021 and this to range till 2023. So now out of these equity as an asset class, I am focused on only those funds that were launched from October 2021 till September 2023 and I click on add condition. So out of the entire bundle of equity of 900 odd funds, we are come down to just 175 funds which were launched in the time duration or time range that we had set in. Now, let's say rather than looking upon the entire equity as an asset class for young funds, I am focused only on a specific category, let's say a multi cap. So from this drop down, I would select this option called as SEBI category, wherein you click on this drop down and you can select or search for your respective category. So I've come down to multi-cap and I click on add condition. So you can see now we are left with 11 such funds only that are meeting each of these respective filters. All you need to do will be scroll down and click on this option called as show 11 funds. And on the right, you get to see the list of young funds from multi-cap as a category. Now, right here, two options that you can do with this data set. Either you could generate an Excel for the same. If not, you can anytime take these data to the compare section for further analysis. Now, before taking the entire data set for further analysis, you also have an option to save this query so that the next time you come onto the platform, you do not need to add in all these conditions. These will be the preset conditions that you have put in. You click on save this query, give this query a name, and click on save. Once that is done, you simply come to load saved query and search for your query from this list that you have saved. Once that is done, I would be clicking on this compare icon to take my entire list of funds to the compare tab. And just by a click, our entire list of 11 funds has gotten moved to this compare tab. Once the funds are here, you also can add in the benchmarks too. And the option is mentioned right here called as add other items. So you can simply search for the benchmark. Since these are multi-cap, I am adding in Nifty 500, multi-cap 50, 25, 25. You search for it and it gets added in as a row item. In a similar way, you can also search for the category average as well right below. You click on it and it gets added in. So both the benchmark as well as the category average have gotten added in as row items. Now, let's say since we are looking upon young funds only, there are certain columns that might not be relevant since these are young funds. For example, these 5 years, 7 years, 10 and 15 years data typically for younger funds. So what I have done was I pre-created or I had saved before my column view, a recent feature that we had launched onto the platform, wherein you will be given an option to save the column views. So I have saved this name as young fund view. So whenever I am looking upon young fund, these are the specific 10 or 15 columns that I wish to focus upon only. So in this way, not only can you save your list in this compare section, you also have an option to save the column view also. Once we have come up with our specific column view, let's say we put in a specific start date to analyze each of these parameters such as CAGR, standard deviation, Sharpe ratio. Please note the data which is for CAGR, standard deviation, Sharpe and Sortino for each of these funds will be since their inception. That is, the CAGR for SBI Multicap of 16% is since the CAGR is the CAGR of this fund since its inception. That is for a time period of 3.53 years. If you want to view this for a specific time period, you could click on this settings wheel mentioned next to the returns column. Let's say I analyze it for a 2-year time horizon. I'll put in 18th September 2023 and I'll click on go. Now these data are specific for the time period that we had set in. Now let's say I just click on this column heading of standard deviation and the data gets arranged either in the ascending or the descending order. Standard deviation, which is volatility, lets you know how volatile or risk taking are the schemes. So we could see the highest risk taken in by Bank of India Multi-Cap Fund. Followed by that, we see HSBC Multi-Cap Fund is one which is indeed taking in a higher level of risk considering the rest of the funds. However, this high risk is anytime compensated by the high level of return that the fund is generating, which is to an extent of 22.3%. And now if we sort it basis the CAGR return, we get to see that these are the five odd funds that have outperformed not only the category average, but also the benchmark in terms of their CAGR return. Following that, we come to these pink color coded columns, which we mention as relative returns column. Of course, there are few more columns in relative returns. However, in my column view that I had saved, I just kept these two as an option in the relative returns column. You could modify it as per your requirement. Currently, since these columns are empty, the way to activate them will be clicking on this checkbox of relative returns, wherein the data will get populated, which will consider the benchmark, default benchmark, to be Nifty 50. You can change it according to your requirement as well. So I will be taking in Nifty multi-cap benchmark. And then for these pink color coded columns, I would also be editing the start date too. So I'm setting the same start date that we had set in the returns column, which is 18th September 2023, so that we have a fair apples to apples comparison, be it the returns column, which are in green, or the relative returns column, which are in pink. Now, basis cumulative excess, as the name suggests, excess return generated by each of the fund over and above that of the benchmark. So the highest return, excess return generated was by Axis, followed by HSBC Multicap. Now, in order to generate this return, of course, we indeed saw that these funds took up higher level of risk as well. And then we come to this beta, which lets us see how riskier a fund is when we compare it to that of the benchmark. A beta of a benchmark with itself will always be 1, and a beta lesser than 1 lets us know that the fund is less riskier than that of the benchmark. So here for HSBC multi-cap, we can see the beta is a bit higher when we consider it to the other younger funds. However, as we mentioned, the higher risk was anytime compensated by the excess return that the fund generated over and above that of the benchmark. Following that, we come to these blue color coded columns, which are the holding specific data for the funds, which lets you see the large, mid, and small cap split of each fund. So, the portfolio of every fund on our platform is updated on a monthly basis, wherein the update cycle runs from 8th to 13th of the month. So by 13th or 14th latest, you will be able to see the new portfolio of every fund. Once we are done through this main list, we will be moving towards the drawdowns tab. Now the drawdown, sorry, so now the drawdowns tab lets us know how quickly a specific fund is recovering from any loss that has happened in the past. Now, let's say here as well, I set in a specific start date, what we had set in the main list of 2 years ago. Now, you can see the top 5 losses wherein we locate the worst drawdown that was experienced by these funds. Each of these funds have an ongoing recovery. Most of them have not recovered yet, except two funds, which is Mirai Asset and SBI Multicap. These are the only two funds that have recovered from their worst loss that has happened in the previous 2 years. So, in order to view this drawdown in detail, we click on this graph. So, when we are specifically talking about a single fund, which is currently SBI Multicap, it says that the loss for this fund was to an extent of 15%, wherein the fund NAV, which was at 17.2, started falling and it reached 14.6. Now, when did this downfall happen? 27th September 2024 till 28th Feb 2025. So the market correction that happened towards the end of 2024 is what you can see right here. In fact, all the funds do have this phase as their worst loss, which is yet not recovered. Now, this loss that happened for this fund continued for a total of 154 days, which is denoted by the terminology length. Now, post our end date of 28th Feb 2025, it took a total of 90 days for this fund to recover. That is 90 days to cross this start NAV of 17.2. And when did the recovery happen? You could also see that. 4th July 2025, the fund was able to recover completely from this loss of 15%. And hence, we also mentioned the date. Now, in any case, if a specific fund is not recovered from the loss, we do show what extent the recovery has happened as it is still ongoing. For example, the second loss of 4.81% is still not recovered, only 53% has been recovered at the moment. Now, this recovery and drawdown analysis, you could also view it onto these line graph as well. The white region will show you the recovery phase, and the gray region will show you the drawdown phase. Now, this biggest gray region that you see is the loss of 15% that the fund experienced. Now, if we try to locate this 4th July 2025 onto these line graph, right here you can see 17.29. So as on this date, it was able to cross or rather reach back to that respective start price of loss. Hence, we have considered 4th July 2025 to be our recovery date. Following this drawdown analysis, you can anytime have a quick view on this calendar months tab if you wish to view monthly returns for each of these schemes, the absolute return, which you can view for the previous 24 months. You can anytime take an Excel download of the same. In addition to that, we also have a chart view option for the same as well, which will let you know what is the average monthly return, the best monthly return, as well as the worst monthly return, for which you can also view a graphical representation as well. Following that, we will be moving towards the risk versus return scatter plot. So this is a scatter plot wherein on the x-axis, you can see annualized risk, that is standard deviation is taken under consideration. And on the y-axis, you get to see annualized return. Now, basis the time period that you set in, wherein you have an option to set in your respective time period. Again, I will be setting in that 2-year time duration that we had taken under consideration. Now, basis this time period, the funds will get plotted based on its risk and returns as a parameter. So we have 4 quadrant. On top left hand side, you can see low risk, high return. Followed by that, it is low risk, low return. On the right hand side, we have high risk, high return and high risk, low return at the bottom. Now, basis the scheme's risk and return, how would you read this data? For example, if I try to read it for SBI Multicap, once I hover onto it, it says, and it will show you the risk and return that the fund has undertaken. Now, if we consider for SBI Multicap, it says that in consideration to the other 11 multi-cap funds, the benchmark and the category average, this fund, SBI Multicap, has taken the lowest level of risk and generated like a moderate level of return. However, if we look upon Bank of India Multicap, which is towards the extreme right, this is the fund that has taken the highest level of risk and again is generating a moderate level of return. Now, if we try to understand it between LIC Multicap and Tata Multicap, you can see that they are lying in the same line with each other. That is to say that the risk parameter for both these funds are similar. Tata has taken a risk of 11.0, sorry, Tata has taken a risk of 15.5, while LIC has taken again a 15.52%. However, the return that is generated by LIC is much higher than the return generated by Tata. Now, if you wish to compare between these two funds and you wish to select a specific fund, you can anytime go forward with this LIC MF, which is suggesting that with the similar level of risk, this fund is able to generate higher return than Tata Multicap. Now, this again, as I mentioned, is specific for the time period that you have set in. You can anytime change the time period that is under consideration, and the plotting will then come up accordingly. This data that you see, you could also generate an Excel for the same. Now, this is how the Excel report will come up: the name of the schemes, as well as the benchmark and category average if you have added it. Following that, you get to see its risk parameter as well as the return parameter in a columnar view. Post that, we will be going to this point to point tab. Now, this is a section which will let you create scenarios which are typically 5 in nature. So we call these as a lump sum investment scenario, wherein you can put in a lump sum figure, and there are 5 buckets that are available. Each of these buckets are editable. That is, you will be given an option to set in a specific start and an end date. So again, let's say I create that time period of 2 years that we were trying to analyze. So 18th September 2023 till the latest date. So in this 2 year time period, you could see that the best final value with a lump sum of 1 crore, the best final value would have come through Axis Multicap, which was to an extent of 1.53 crore, followed by HSBC and LIC. You can anytime view this data in a graphical format, for which you can anytime take in a screenshot. In addition to that, you can also view this in percentage format as well, be it CAGR or absolute. You can select absolute as an option, let's say, wherein the time period that is taken under consideration is less than a year. For example, this first bucket that I had already created, I'm just changing the end date to 18 September. This is more like a YTD time period that I had set in. If I sort and view in this YTD time period that we are looking upon, I just selected this as an absolute option since the time period is less than a year. And we see in this time period, Mirai Asset followed by Bandhan were able to perform good, wherein the markets were very volatile. These were the funds which were able to perform well. Following that, we will also be looking upon bulk download, which is an option which will help you generate an Excel that will contain the latest holdings of all the funds. We were talking about 11 funds. So it will give you the latest holding of all the 11 funds in a single Excel sheet. So this is the Excel sheet that has come up. So all the fund name and their current holdings, latest holding, which will be for the month of August. You can firstly see the name of Bandhan that has come up. Following that, the next section will show you the corresponding fund name, their respective sectors. Following that, you get to see which are the specific stocks or underlying component into which that respective funds and their allocation as well. Following that, we will be looking upon the reporting option that you can generate from the compare tab, which is a PPT. So this is how your PPT will come up, which will be a co-branded report in the premium and the pro version. Your company logo will be appearing right on top. So this will be the first page, which will let you know basic details related to the schemes. Following that, you get to see risk and returns related for the schemes. Next, you can see the risk and returns, the scatter plot that we had looked upon. Next, we'll show you the portfolio of each of these funds. That is, the large, mid, and small cap split of each of these funds is what will be visible. Following that, you get to see the overlaps tab, which will let you know the common underlyings between every two fund. This being a matrix structure, you get to see the overlap between every two fund. Following that, you can see the performance chart, which will be showing you the NAV movements for all the funds when they are rebased to 100. The next being the returns chart, which we saw in the main list. Following that, these are the relative returns column that will come up. Next to that, you can see the calendar year returns, the Jan to December returns for each of the schemes. And following that, the last page is this rolling return analysis tab that will come up. Now, PPT on our platform is anytime editable. That is, you have an option to add in or remove slides or add in your comment as well. So, for example, if I wish to insert this point to point chart, this point to point analysis, let's say I wish to put in this graph specifically. So, I will be clicking on this screenshot icon, which will enable you to download a image. Once the image is downloaded, you can insert the same into this editable PPT as well. So, I'll simply click on this. And you can adjust the size of this image accordingly. Adding in your comments or any such data is possible into this editable PPT. So that is it for our topic related webinar. If anyone has any queries or questions, you can unmute yourself. Please note you could ask only the topic related questions. If there is something else which needs to be addressed other than today's topic, kindly drop your contact details or your mail ID in the chat box and our team can reach out to you for the same.
Yeah, hi, this is Prachi here.
Yes, hi.
Can you go to the last point that you just shared regarding the holdings for August?
Sure, just a moment. Yes, is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Do you want me to explain this or you have certain query related to it?
No. Just go back to the screen. This Excel, I got it that you can just download it. I want to see
Yeah.
how you just went here.
Yeah. So you go to this compare tab, bulk download, and you click on the Excel icon.
I can bulk download. Oh, okay. So this is sector wise.
No, this will anytime show you the entire portfolio. You can filter it out. You can set in filters in the Excel that way. This will give you the entire portfolio of a fund.
No, that I got, but then it is sector wise, right?
Yes, I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, sector wise.
Right,
Yes,
sector wise.
it comes up as sector wise only. Correct.
Okay. And one more thing, can you go to the main page?
Yes.
Yeah. In that, the first thing, the column view, you said you could save something. I didn't actually get it.
Yes. So this was a feature that was recently introduced onto the platform. So these are the
Okay.
columns that come in by default. Right?
Correct.
There are multiple columns once you scroll towards the right. However, we have given you an option. Let's say when you're analyzing a specific set of funds, you do not want all the columns. You just want like a few columns out of these data set.
Okay.
You select them, give this a name, and then next time you come onto the platform, you're not supposed to do this manually. All you need to do is click on the list that you saved, the column view list.
Oh, so different views will be different columns that I have selected. Oh, okay, okay, got it.
Correct, correct. You save it, and then the next time you come, it's just a click that you're supposed to do.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Yes, so there's a question in the chat box from where was the PPT downloaded. So in this compare section itself, on the top right hand side, if you see, there is this exporting option that are available. You could click on this and your PPT will get generated. Any more questions? Please let us know. All right, if there are no questions, we'll close for today. Thank you all for joining in. You can anytime visit our YouTube page. We have a dedicated playlist for all the webinars that have been conducted up until now. Today's webinar as well will get uploaded onto the platform. We have uploaded a total of 170 odd videos. Today's video will also be uploaded by next week. Thank you for joining and hope to see you again next week with a new topic. Thank you.